guys! So I wanted to get on here and give you a little bit of an update. I've been debating whether or not to post a video just yet or to hold off for a little bit, but I have decided that this is what the TTC vlogs are all about, is just everyone sharing their experiences and being honest. And so I wanted to let you guys know that this month I got my BFP. Can you believe it? So I just wanted to let you guys know what we did this month that worked for us. And so I was terrible about taking my temperatures this month, terrible about doing OPKs. Somehow I did not get like a positive OPK, and I was just doing the Wanfo OPKs. The other ones were very costly and they seemed to work, but I don't know, I wasn't having success with them again, so I just decided to stick with the Wanfos. However, this month I did for sure have ovulation pains on the first. So on the first, I had pain, like left ovary pain, and it was obvious. I do get them once in a while, like not every cycle I get ovulation pain, but this cycle it was very obvious that it was ovulation pain. So as far as our timing, we just decided, since I had no idea when I was ovulating or when I was going to ovulate, we decided to just BD every other day, and we actually BD'd the day before and the day after, and then we just kept going for a couple days because I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, I was pretty certain that was ovulation pain, but I couldn't like track it with anything else. So just to make sure, we just kept going for let's see here, 6 more days. So then on, I guess it would have been 9 DPO, I got a positive first response test. And the first response was very faint. In fact, I did not really believe that I saw it at first, and it like was after the window. It was so like it didn't evolve in like the 5 minutes that they're supposed to, and plus the test I was using was also expired, so I didn't really trust it. So I tried taking a digital, and the digital came back negative. So then I decided I would take another first response, and I think I had extra first response tests, or like I don't remember if I did a Wanfo next, but I did another pregnancy test that was lines, and that one was positive as well. So at that point, I was kind of unsure. Like, I know that digitals can, you know, it takes more HCG to turn them positive than the tests with the lines and first response. But I was just really kind of baffled because the first time that I was pregnant, both tests, like the second I peed on them, they turned positive. So for the next several days, I was a crazy lady and peed on a whole ton of sticks, and I may show you in the next video. It was a lot. And I couldn't believe that the pregnancy was real until I saw the word. So I didn't get a positive digital test until, that was a Saturday, it was 9 DPO, it was Saturday the 10th. So then I did not get a positive digital until, I want to say the 13th. Yeah, Wednesday, the 13th. And by that time, I had started having spotting, brown spotting, which was the same thing that that's how my miscarriage started the last time that I was pregnant. So, even though I had a positive digital, I was really thinking that it was probably a chemical pregnancy. I thought my levels were maybe rising too slowly. So I was just working myself up a whole lot about it, and I have a coworker who's going through fertility treatments, and we talk about our cycles, and we kind of, you know, share information with each other. So I told her what was going on and that I was really concerned that it was a chemical pregnancy, and she urged me to call the doctor and get beta HCGs. So I did do that. My first beta I got on Thursday, and it was 252, so it was positive. And then my second one, they told me I would have been due for my like 48 hours on Saturday, but they told me it was better to wait until later rather than like to do it too late rather than too early. So they had me go in on Sunday and get another beta drawn, and that was 1,118. So it had more than doubled in the appropriate time frame. And so everything is looking good so far. When they called me back with the results, I did ask for them, actually the first time I talked to them, Thursday, I had asked for them to check a progesterone level as well. And my doctor basically told me she didn't like believe progesterone levels, which I don't even know what that means, but she didn't think that it really influenced the pregnancy that much, or she didn't like buy into it. So she told me if I wanted to take progesterone suppositories that she would order them for me and I could pick them up at the pharmacy. So I am doing progesterone suppositories. I don't have them right here. I think they're, if it's in milligrams, I think they're like 100 milligram suppositories. They're the ones that are like the capsules that you can insert vaginally. So those are the ones that I'm doing. My spotting stopped then on Sunday. So Sunday after I started the suppositories. So I haven't had any spotting since then, but just still a little worried about the pregnancy. I'm sure that this is normal for anyone that has had a miscarriage in the past or not, you know, that just has heard of all the miscarriages and things like that. We're trying to be cautiously optimistic. And I want to do another whole video about how crazily worried I've been, and I don't want to like over exaggerate it. Like I'm extremely happy for the opportunity to be pregnant again. I just, it's always in the back of my mind that this could not work out, and I just am like always kind of watching for signs and symptoms of an impending miscarriage, and trying to keep myself calm about it, because I know that there's nothing I can do if that is the course that this pregnancy is going to take. It's really not in my hands, so just trying to you know, stay optimistic as best I can. So anyway, I'm going to do another whole video about like the crazy worries that I've had since I've been pregnant. But I did want to talk to you a little bit about symptoms. So I really haven't had too many pregnancy symptoms, but the first things in both times that I've been pregnant that I've had is like this little bit of, I think it's reflux, and it makes me have like kind of a sore throat, and I'll sound a little hoarse in the mornings. And that I've had both times, like even before I tested positive, but I didn't really think too much of it until it happened again this time, and I had a positive test. The second thing is unusual dreams, and that I also had both times before I tested positive. I don't normally dream. I don't remember my dreams if I do, and both times before I tested positive, I was having these really weird dreams and remembering like specific stuff about them. So that was a little bit different as well. Since I have tested pregnant, I'm trying to think if there's been any other symptoms. A stuffy nose. I've had a stuffy nose. And I also had that the last time I was pregnant. I had, like very early, I had like that increased sense of smell, and everything smelled delicious. And I think some people are like nauseated by that, but for me, it just made me want to eat everything. So my increased sense of smell just made me very, very hungry. And I think the last thing is just this like feeling of fullness kind of in like almost like bloating that you get before your period, but it doesn't go away. And that has like been on and off. I've felt that more so than other times. And yesterday I had this weird sensation of like almost pooling in my my uterus area and like off to the sides, like to my hip, where my hips are. I'll show you. So like right here and then like down here. So that's where I've had just weird pooling and like fullness sensations. And then sometimes little stabbing pains like on the sides where my ovaries are, but I think it's just everything stretching out. It's not been on just one side or the other, and it's not very intense either, so I'm not too worried that it could be like an ectopic or anything like that. But I have been aware that it's been happening and just kind of mentally taking note and remembering those things when they happen. I have had sore breasts. That has been going on since before my positive test, and that I normally get before before I have my period. I normally have sore breasts, so that wasn't anything that like alerted me that I could be pregnant. So I am now 5 weeks today, so it's still very early. I am very aware of that. Still very concerned, and I know that I'm in like a really touchy time and it's really early to announce. However, I don't have any friends and family on this YouTube channel, and it is just other TTCers, so I'm comfortable sharing this information with you. And if something were to happen, God forbid, then you know, I'll have you guys to be there through it with me. Also, I wanted to let you know that my first ultrasound is going to be in 2 weeks. It'll be on November 9th, so we are anxiously awaiting that. The doctor actually wanted to get me in sooner because I was having spotting and everything, but they suggested 6.5 weeks. And I was so not comfortable going in at the exact same time that I did with my last pregnancy when I lost it, and I just asked if we could push it a little bit further so that once we get our ultrasound, we're actually past that point, so I can like kind of feel a little bit of relief that we made it past that milestone. So anyway, that's what's going on with me, and hopefully this pregnancy will continue and I will have lots of updates for you. And my next video, I wanted to talk about just the worries that a woman has, or at least that I've had, since I have had a previous miscarriage. When I found out that I was pregnant, it was definitely not the excitement level that it had been the first time. It was like excitement and then worry. So I'll be uploading that soon as well. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and baby dust to everyone.